Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of High Noon Live Draw. Today we are doing Cade the Argo from Farscape. I watched this series back when it was on. I liked it, and today is Sci-Fi Day, so I figured I would draw him. And hopefully we'll have some other panelists in soon enough drawing with us or whatever. So I guess this is on with the show. Let's just put something down here and switch to our paper view so you can see me drawing. Because you don't want to see my ugly mug. Well, we're supposed to be drawing. Well, hello to whom we have viewing. So, how is everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Land of lots of content. I do have the chat up, so feel free to make any comments and ask any questions if you have any. As I had said, I am drawing the Ar Diago from Farscape. I have gotten all three winners stuff out to them as of yesterday afternoon. So two of them were in Canada, so they should have them within the week. Hopefully they'll come on and let me know. Hey, Trusty, happy Friday. And hey, Tyler, good to have you here. What's going on? How are you guys both doing? How are you doing today, Tyler? How are you doing today, Trusty? I'm doing good. I am drawing the uh, the the Argo from Farscape. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's D apostrophe ARGO. Oh, hey, Lorenzo. So it's looking like tomorrow I'm not going to have a talking with show. I've contacted two different people. They've yet to get back to me. So, hey, JP. Yeah. Although I was thinking of Gary Shipman has something up on IndieCron for an Indiegogo. I was thinking of maybe contacting him, but he needs like $60 to finish off his project. Or the extending for the goal that he did. Not that that's much for a guy like him, but I'm surprised he hasn't reached it yet. It's been that way for a couple days. I'm just, I'm not sure what I'd do because his is just about a sketchbook. So obviously, I could talk with him and maybe bring me in some numbers for sure. You guys think I should try and get Gary on and talk with him about his sketchbook tomorrow night? Maybe we can show off some of his stuff for it. Hey, Mighty Geek. Good to see you in the chat. Uh, if anybody who has the link wants to jump on, feel free. That is what it is there for. So, yeah, he does have his sketchbook out, and just not sure. I've asked a couple other people to come on, but they have yet to get back to me. So I am drawing Diago from Farscape. So I was thinking of maybe asking Gary to come on, but there's not. We talk about his sketchbook, I guess, or whatever. He hasn't. I haven't asked him yet. I'm just thinking maybe I should. You know, think it'd be a better deal for me than him, but I'm just seeing what everybody thinks. I had him on. He was on once before, back in October. We didn't talk much about. Well, he didn't have anything out at that time, so I think he was planning on having a sketchbook out. Yeah, he definitely would make a great guest. One cannot deny that. So, anybody else? What are your in the chat? Give me your thoughts on having Gary Shipman on tomorrow if I can to promote his book. If he'll come on, of course, too. I've yet to talk to him. It's, and the so we got two in the chat so far saying yay. Come on, we got 7 people watching. We can't get more than 2 people to answer this question. Mighty Geek, Ulrich, opinions, my friends, opinions. Then again, well, Mighty Geek would know who Gary is. Yeah, I voted for Booster, and I voted for him twice. Well, now that Booster is finally going to be on, that has voted he's been voted to get on the thing. Do we think Booster will ever put his name on the poll again? After last night. Oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for Booster on the fan edition, on the pro edition, as long as he goes on. We gotta try and make sure Booster wins the pro edition. I hope not. All these people for this long time wanted Booster to get there. And actually, it's Ninja that was, well, Ninja, or it's hard to say who will get it, Ninja or Dinah. People are claiming that fan edition is over. I hope not. Booster is definitely the most entertaining artist. His art was the most charming, even if not technically accurate. I do, I do think he deserved to win. We just got to make sure everybody goes over to the Pro Edition and votes for him. Got to get him to win the Pro Edition. Well, everybody thought it was half over when John Dillard ended up winning the Pro Edition the first time too, and it wasn't. I don't care who's on the Pro Edition next week. Both my votes go to Booster. If he did, he's been on the since the first episode. I hope they let him on the Pro Edition. I would buy a book. Would buy a book if he made one, especially if he's also the writer. Well, as much as it's going to be fun to see him on the Pro Edition, I do hope after starting next week he no longer on the ballot for the fan edition. I like him and all, but and it's going to be hilarious to see him there. The question is, really, do any of the pros stand a chance if the fans come and support Booster? Yeah, Mike's won a couple times on his own show. I'm consistently amazed by how much the pros are able to get done in 2 hours. Yeah. There's one statement Edwin makes a lot of times on the show. 2 hours is a lot of time until it isn't. 2 hours is never a lot of time. The link isn't working. Oh, so let me try again. Hangouts, Hangouts. Try again, Mighty. Uh, yeah, I think he should be able to control himself. Anybody else want to try the link to see whether they can get on? Mighty Geek says it's not working for him, or the first one wasn't. I watched the Pro Edition the other day. The scenery is beautiful from everyone's house. It was cool that Manny was in the chat, but there wasn't as much joking around. Still not working. Okay. Electric. Oh, the link to get in the panel. Okay, Elric says he's trying. Let's see what happens with him, Mighty Geek. Otherwise, I might have to stop Hangouts and start it back up quickly. And hopefully that'll give me a new link or something. Okay, Elric is in here.
Let's see. Okay.
Okay, so it's working for Elric. Maybe,
Hey,
hey Elric, maybe give me your email in there, Mighty Geek, and I'll send it directly to your email.
Mighty Geek. Um, Question: Are you using the app Twitter on your phone, or are you using Chrome? There's a big difference.
Yeah, well, he's been in several times before in the past.
Oh, okay.
He used to come on when I did my live at night. Oh, I'm not testing that. I wasn't invited on. Well, oh, here's Mighty Geek.
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
The only reason you weren't invited, Lorenzo, is never thought you would want, never expressed an interest in coming on, I guess. I'm not sure. So, how are you, Mighty?
I'm all right.
Mighty, this is Elric. I'm not sure whether you know who he is or not.
Sup, Mighty?
What's up, man? So
How are
how's it
you?
going? I'm all right.
I think I might be catching a cold. The heck?
Dumbass.
Oh my god.
nah,
What the heck
nah,
happened?
Well,
nah,
That's
Mike.
like, that was
use my
hilarious.
tablet to get in.
Oh, yes, people in the chat and people on the panel. Maybe share this out. Maybe we can get a few more people in the chat. And yeah, I guess that might be a little bit of a problem, Lorenzo, not having a mic.
uh,
Hmm.
Being on a program like this, that is, you know. Unless you
so,
don't mind showcasing your art without that,
hey,
anybody.
we all have our talents,
Yep.
so don't be afraid to show it.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. What's better? Yeah, I can do that. I can set up my form.
Even though we had to trick Booster
Okay.
into, even though we had to trick Booster into doing it.
In the in the what?
And showing his talents.
Huh. He's got good. He's getting better. I remember when he wasn't that great at the Photoshop stuff,
Uh,
whatever it was. That
but
he's
he,
work. It works
but
with.
he still puts himself down to the point where it gets annoying.
Huh?
He puts himself down to the point where it gets annoying.
Oh. From
Lorenzo is wondering if anybody knows of a cheap brand of condenser mics.
condenser mics. What the heck are those?
Probably one that
Not-
you would use on a computer or whatever.
Just someone walking their dog. You stupid mutt.
Hmm.
All right, there you go. Now you can go in the backyard and bark and be annoying for a little while. All right. So, yeah, I opened the doggy door. Anyways,
Uh,
sorry guys.
No
I'm
problem.
setting up my stuff to draw with you.
hey,
Oh,
as long as you know what you want to draw, you're all right.
He says like a blue Yeti, but cheaper.
oh,
Uh,
Oh,
well, I don't know of any. I just use the mic on my laptop. It picks
yeah.
up my voice. I'd say it picks up my voice fairly good.
I'm using the Xbox One headset. It's a cheap one for like $20.
Ah,
And it's got a mic attached to it.
Got a
yeah.
mic attached. It has only one headphone.
Yeah.
So when I hear you guys talk, I hear it all in one ear. So it's kind of hard to hear like like if I'm in a
I know.
stream
I
with like
know.
10 people, I can't hear almost anything. So it's
He's using a gaming headset. That's what. That's what he's doing.
Yep, it's the best I got.
It's designed in a way so you don't lose your hearing while you're in the middle of an intense game.
This is true. Let's see. There we
Uh,
go. Gotta turn the camera on. Now that
Also,
it's set
there's
up.
Because
although
those
a
of
lot
us
of
who
kids.
play online know how loud others can get.
Yeah. Oh my
And
gosh,
they
I remember
Uh,
playing one game. I remember playing Overwatch before my Xbox decided to give me say, no, you're not updating anymore because reasons. And literally, don't know why I can't update my Xbox. And so I was playing Overwatch and
Mhm.
I was playing with the dude. And I remember it's like everybody, it's like me and him were both, we weren't angry. We were just formulating plans because we were in a pug. And I'm like, okay, my ult is ready. What about you? It's like, yeah, I got them ready. So we both launch and we're both screaming at the top of our lungs like Super Saiyans. We took out like 90% of their party. It was hilarious.
So you did kill the bad guys.
We did kill the bad guys. Yes, because he was
Very
Hanzo, I was
efficient.
Junkrat. So I used his ult to hide my ult, and I blew up the two Roadhogs.
okay.
Because they were all running. It's like, run, run, we gotta get away. And all of a sudden, it's like, boom, you're all dead.
But like I said, we all know how loud these guys can get when we all play online.
Oh, yeah.
Lorenzo
Yeah.
says, I have an Xbox headset, but it only has one cord. My laptop needs a separate mic and headphone cords. Maybe what
Oh,
you could do is get some sort of splitter. I think that'll split the cord into two. I'm not sure whether that'll work or not for going into your laptop. Usually those things can be picked up for like $5 or something like that. A splitter like that.
yeah, my headset works quite well. It was only like $20.
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta get
Yeah,
this thing
but
replaced soon, but it's not that old, but I'd rather have a backup.
you're right. I understand. Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking all of a sudden. It's like, what the heck is my mic not working? All of a sudden, it's like, oh, because I blew. It's because like the mic went dead, or the wires are bad, or something
Yeah,
went up. Never know. Got to always get those backups.
always, always have a backup.
Hmm. Let's see. Should turn on the camera. There we go. So that's the outline. What do I really want to do with you right now?
you were wondering about what, Lorenzo? The splitter, uh, or something else? Does yours only have one cord too, or does it have more? Um,
Let's see.
Elric, does it?
Huh?
Your Xbox headset, does it have one cord or two? What?
It has one little outlet. All it has is one little outlet for the head jack on my controller.
Yeah, you can buy adapters so you can use it on your laptop. That's nothing.
Yeah. Let's see.
I guess it's more important to have a
Where is it?
mic than a perfect mic. Yeah, just as long as you don't know what the right word is.
Yeah. Let's see. Where
Yeah,
are you?
yeah. I'm not sure whether a splitter would, Lorenzo, but like I said, they're only usually I think they're only about $5 if you go to the
Yeah,
right spot. So
Yeah,
that makes sense. All right. Just getting stuff set up. No,
you're
that's
not
from yesterday. That's from a few days ago. There we go.
you're not allowed to get stuff set up.
Haha.
I
All
don't know
right.
why you're just not. And
Mhm.
if Anthony is out there, thank you for subscribing because I got a new subscriber. Not sure
Nice.
whether he's in this chat or not, listening,
He probably is.
Possible.
or whether he's just watched one of my other videos. But you always gotta say thank you to those people that are you know subscribing to you, especially if they do it
Yeah.
while you're on air.
It's always good to have. Always good to have that. Let's see. Not how I draw? Yeah, that's how.
You don't know how you draw?
No, I do. I just need reference of my own character right now. Because I'm gonna be drawing him again today on my Let's Draw. And this character I'm drawing does not have a name.
Oh, he doesn't.
Because no,
What
he doesn't
game?
have a name. And what I'm gonna do is that when I put up the Let's Draw, is that this is of my own design, and I don't have a name for him. So I want to see what people can come up with.
Ah.
So I'm gonna have some participation stuff. So today's video will be um, a different, because this is usually I do on Fridays a let's draw something from a hat. Today's gonna be different. So it's gonna be help me name this guy. Help me name this character.
Okay.
So basically, I don't. So basically, um, I'm gonna have suggestions that I'm gonna pull from the list. If there's any suggestions, hopefully I get suggestions, and I will choose that name and I will use it because I plan on. I know I'm already working on a manga with my friend, and I got to get the chapter from him so I can start drawing it. But for this is gonna be one of my projects that I've worked on. So I just need to make sure. I just need to make sure that when I get a name, that it's gonna be pretty cool or good because this guy's going to be in like a little mini series that just going to draw to get better at drawing along with another character I created. I think Cross Comics knows what I'm talking about at this point.
Yeah. Let's see. Joshua is in the chat. Says Hail Raven. Lorenzo says, "Okay, thanks everyone. I guess for all our advice on Mike stuff." What else we got here? Joshua says, "And congrats for Booster Fan Champ Kiwi." Yes, and believe it or not, Joshua, I voted for him twice. Yes, I did.
It took him long enough.
Yep.
Yeah, and as John so eloquently pointed out in the thing, he beat me to the Pro Edition.
I could have actually. I thought I would have won, but if I wasn't so freaking tired last night, I would have joined, and maybe that would have been my thing.
Yeah.
Highly doubtful though. I'm only
They had 9. They had the 8
a
artists
full
on.
house.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Glad they had a full house. Okay, you don't have a pointed jaw. Okay, that's right. Let's see, you have more of a flat jaw right there.
But now, hopefully, Booster won't be putting his name on the poll every week. His votes can go to the other artists.
Well, then again, when he does put his name on the poll, he doesn't get enough votes.
He did last night.
Yeah, I know.
He might
This
be
is true.
afraid to put his name on the poll now.
But knowing that he can win, yeah.
That depends. How will Mike Miller take all this tomorrow? I mean, next week.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to see.
But will Booster be able to control himself? That's the thing.
Well, that's the whole point of getting Booster on.
I know. It's going to be fun. I love Mike Miller, but I want to see how much he can take a Booster before it's like, nope, nope, nope.
Well, guess what? As long as Booster's not being
Booster?
toasted, not a Booster, but You say, look at how many sort of inappropriate comments even Malin makes
Well,
and
that's
other
true.
panel.
Well, the thing is, everybody's
Booster's
expecting
just a
Merlin
lot
to say
fun.
something out of the ordinary.
Well, that's
With
what you
Booster,
expect
we
from.
don't know what he's gonna do. You
Yeah,
never know. You never know what Booster's gonna do. So
That's true.
yeah.
And he's not going to get his usual one F bomb on Mike's channel. So,
nah,
because the
he's
last
gonna
time that
make
happened, Cecil was on and he was just like, "Hi, please."
it.
And
Cecil
Mike's
dropped
like,
it.
"Well, you already broke my number one. You already broke the rule."
Let's see, Cecil dropped how many f bombs on that one
I think he
stream?
dropped about like five at least before. I think Mike had
Yeah,
to either mute him or kick him.
yeah. It was funny.
It was. Because it's like, invite Cecil, and everybody's like, yes, invite Cecil. And all of a sudden, it's like, no, I don't want to invite Cecil. And all of a sudden, it's like, yes, invite Cecil. It
Everybody
was
was
about
pressuring him
as
to
a,
invite.
huh?
Everybody pressured him to invite Cecil. That was the
Oh,
funny
yeah, I
part.
remember that. I was along with that too, and I loved it.
I know, so was I. That's why I know this.
I loved it. I loved it. One of my favorite things, though, is, is Mike's Miller. Hey, let's invite Kelsey.
No, no. Why would you invite someone worse than Cecil? Hmm.
No, the part where he went on Cecil's channel and Mike and the part where Mike went on Cecil's channel for the review of Aquaman and
Oh,
and he invited Kelsey and Kelsey was drunk off of his rocker.
this. He
Oh,
gave Cecil a taste of his own medicine. And let me guess,
oh,
Cecil laughed all the way to the bank.
oh, he had a lot of it's like that the so-called review live stream review went on for 4 hours.
I'm sure.
Oh, and it was funny. Mike had to drop out. Mike had to drop out because it got too weird.
Cecil made his match and made a new friend.
Yeah.
How
That's,
ironic. How ironic. I know he
uh,
wasn't expecting that, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it was one of the best nights of all time. I never laughed so hard in my life.
I'm
The only time
sure.
I ever laughed really hard is when they were reading Nasser's first story.
Oh no. How bad? How bad?
Oh my gosh, it was. Have you ever seen in Mike's chat hashtag #MeToots? That's where it came from. You want to know where that Me Toots thing came from? It's from Nasser's story.
well, let's see. What do we got here?
That sounds
Uh,
like something Nasser would do.
Oh, the first episode was good. The second episode, me and everybody else. Oh gosh, that was disgusting. I got an iron stomach. I have an iron stomach for many, many things. But dear gosh, that was almost too much.
You could not. Your stomach couldn't take that.
Almost couldn't take that. Almost couldn't take that.
Almost.
Masterpiece Theater.
The first one. The first one's the best. The second one, I think it's under age restriction. I really don't know.
Let's see. What we got some stuff here in the chat to catch up with. Lorenzo says Twix Straws wondered how so many people knew to sub to her channel. I told her that Raven works in mysterious ways. Joshua used laugh out loud. Joshua, now that Booster has won, after he goes to the Pro Edition, I'll start voting for actual good art.
There'll be no reason to actually vote now.
I'm
Booster
surprised.
has arrived.
I'm surprised no one did that Disney World commercial with Booster.
Let's
That
see.
would have.
Yeah.
Well,
Look.
if he wins the Pro Edition, that's gonna happen. You know that, right?
Yeah, I hope he wins the Pro Edition. I want Mike's head to flip.
Yeah.
It's
Booster
like,
Gold.
what
You have
the
just won
heck?
drawing for the Pro Edition. What are you gonna do next?
Yeah, but
I'm going to Disneyland.
you know what that means. He's gonna actually have to print it out and send it to somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's correct. What if I win again?
Yeah.
You were happy to win lose. Just imagine if you would have been happier, I think, to win boosters.
Oh gosh, I would
Mm,
love that boosters. I would look. I would like. I would actually fork out some dough to get like a
just to get that,
good
yeah.
frame and put it on a wall and said be and write and have a little text thing next to the painting or drawing that says this beat Mike.
Let's see. We still got more here. Lorenzo said, "CISO is love." Joshua said, "But if Doug can win the Pro Edition with Yellow Sonia, I think I think there's a possibility Brewster could actually win it. Laugh out loud."
This is
Yeah.
very true at this point.
This is very true.
Let's see.
I'm so
Trusty
glad
said,
Doug won that one. It's like that.
"Trust."
I'm like, yes, just for an It's like, God, we all know. It's like Doug hijacks the stream, and it's like, take a look at
Yeah.
mine.
We know he hijacks the stream. That's the thing.
Did you see last night's with Mike's with Doug on?
Uh-uh.
I
It
was
was pretty.
sleeping probably. I got it. I went to sleep early.
It was what was it called a Dick Addict stream or like something like
Oh,
that. It
that
was
part. Yes, I remember that part.
that was fairly funny. The
Oh yeah, that was
coconut
awesome.
with the coconut and the dinosaur.
The dinosaur was the best.
But he eats coconut and a dinosaur. What the heaven are you talking about? I think I might have to go check this out. Uh, Cheshi said, "I wish Kelsey was on more streams." Lorenzo says, "Check out Twixja's latest video. She's a young, talented artist who is really nice to her fans." Lorenzo says, "Oh, the second masterpiece theater was gross." And
Yeah,
Josh,
I think we all stopped at that point until Nasser can draw something that everybody can stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, write something.
But then again, those of us with any common sense knows that we don't expect anything clean from NASA.
This is true, but I didn't expect that unclean. It was more dirtier than Doug.
And you thought he couldn't get you thought he couldn't get any worse than Doug.
Oh man, if Doug is the missing link to the common cold, then Nasser's the link to the Black Death.
and Joshua says boosters will get top three guaranteed.
Yeah, he pretty much
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I've already said I'm going to put both my votes towards Booster.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Booster's got to win this one tonight, tomorrow. I mean, next week.
Next week, yeah.
My gosh, still tired after waking up and just doing a rough warm out. This is a terrible version of the character. I'll show you guys real quick what a good version of this character looks like. Whose? Is that someone's phone?
Not mine.
Hello?
Mm.
Was that me?
Nah, it's notification from YouTube.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a
Lorenzo
face.
says,
Some people have the have the worst sense of timing.
So basically, this is the character I'm going to be drawing on my stream. I mean, on my video today. I'm going to draw him a lot better than I am now on stream.
Oh,
So I have
no,
no
hey.
idea what to call. No idea what to call him. This is a previous drawing of him too, but I like
Well,
the. I do like. Let's see.
here,
There we go.
here's something. What's his abilities like?
I decided to go with like a rail gun type of situation.
Ah,
So basically, I've been trying to figure out how his powers work, or if it's like, because I'm testing out, like, first it was energy, then it's physical, but I don't know if I'm going to change that, but I love just this form right here because it kind of reminds me of not just Dragon Ball, but something else like Mega Man. But I love
um,
because I just drew him randomly to showing Critios um, one day, and I'm like, I'm going to show you, it's like, because I drew a bunch of random drawings, and this guy came out of my head, and I'm like, okay. I like this character. I don't know who he is. I don't have a name for him, and I might as well put him out there now to see what people come up with for names. Because I'm like, even I know what his powers are gonna go to. I just don't know what his name is, and that's the weird part. I don't know how to name this dude. So I want to get
sometimes,
my audience involved.
sometimes the name can come depending on what he's capable of doing.
That's true.
That's why I asked you what kind of abilities does he have?
I believe so far his abilities are just. It's like he's an. It's like he has a kind of like I don't know. I haven't fully fleshed out his story, but he'll be in like a little. He'll be mini series. He'll be like a. When I get the time, I'll draw him and like a few other characters in like short panels to make like a character style development and just post that on Twitter or YouTube
Ah,
and then develop him that way.
okay.
So I'll do that, but I want to get his name. I want to see what his name is, so I want to see if people will come up with some pretty good names.
Well, if you got a pretty good following, yeah, and then fan base come up with some pretty decent names.
That's true.
So you said his powers are what again? Rail
Basically
what?
rail guns, like in a weird form. I don't. It's sort of like fighting in a way, but not really. He can also shoot like blast attacks at them.
Ah,
It's just with
Really,
what you say railgun, so some sort of weapon, but he also has
it's
like
kind of infused in him.
a
he's
blast.
got he's he's probably got a few cybernetic parts.
Yeah, I know
So
how.
that
I'm working on how that happened though.
Okay, well that no, you're I guess you're wanting code name, not so much
yeah,
alter ego.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's looking for more of a code name than anything else with this one.
yeah.
Rail gunner.
Shit, that's good.
That's good.
That's a good one. I'll keep that up there. I'll. I mean, that's a preemptive name, but when I put the video up today, about that, I want you to put that in there. I want you to put that in the comments, Cross Comics,
Okay.
Uh,
because I really need to put that up. So, because that's a pretty good name so far. I mean, it's a
either that,
simple name, but sometimes simple names really work.
either that or a firearm.
Hmm, it's a
But that's been
possibility.
used. But that's been used in a TV show from the '90s called Black Scorpion.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of her
interesting.
villains is called Firearm.
Yeah, but I still think you could get away with something like that
Yeah, you can
these
get away
days.
with it because it's
But Black Scorpion was pretty good. It was like a female Batman type character.
yeah.
Let's see, we got in the theater. No, chat. Lorenzo says, "Don't eat food while watching Masterpiece Theater."
No.
Yeah, I do have a strong stomach, and it was almost hard for me to continue eating my pizza. Remember, I got an iron stomach. I can tolerate a lot. Nasser pretty much pushed that button.
Well, Nasser didn't. The people reading his script did.
Well,
No,
Nasser
NASA
wrote it, so
wrote it.
technically
That's the
it is
thing.
his fault.
NASA wrote it. That's the problem.
It's all in how you deliver it too. You know.
Dude,
Anyways, what else we
you
got
gotta
here?
understand. Those of us who know NASA know there's only one way to deliver anything he writes, as is.
Yep.
As thick as possible.
It's like, oh my god. It's to be honest, this is how I think Nasser got his weird, sick ideas. Despite I don't know what he did. I don't know how. I have a theory, but remember that episode of South Park where the kids wrote that disgusting story and all the adults thought it was like this masterpiece of art.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like,
So,
this sounds
it's not
exactly just as
really like that.
just as weird and disgusting as that, although that story was much more tame in this matter. It's like South Park is more tame in that story that those three kids wrote. Stan, Kyle, and Cartman
Yeah.
wrote, and all
Yeah.
that, and Kenny. And it's more, it's 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 clean, it's nicer, it's not as gross as Nasser's story. That's a feat that only Nasser can do.
He made South Park clean.
Yes.
It's a feat only Nasser could do.
You heard it here
Exactly.
first.
Okay, anyways, Model 316's in the chat. He says, hey, bud. Then Joshua
only,
says,
only
so,
Master and God could do that.
God stepped in first, and then Nasser said, "Hold my tea."
let's see. Let's see. And then Joshua says, yo, Model 63016. Lorenzo says,
Let's
hail,
put it
Model
this way.
316.
Hey, let's put it this way. God made it PG-13. Master made it rated G.
Yes. Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay,
That's the only way I can describe that.
What's Model 3 saying?
Okay,
What's he saying?
Model then says, how is everyone today?
Yeah, right.
I'm doing good. I think I might be coming down with a little bit of a cold, but I'm doing really good, actually. I'm doing really good. I think it was just morning stuff. I think it was just like it's like waking up in the morning.
Okay. And I'm doing good, Model. We have on the chat with us Mighty Geek and Elric. And Trusty says Firearm was also a Malibu comic Ultraverse title.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
And then let's see. Lorenzo says there was no way reading Nasser's script that wasn't gross.
Oh my gosh. There you are.
Master could never get published by anything mainstream.
I just subbed to you, Mighty Geek.
Okay. I'm just saying NASA can never get published by anything mainstream.
Oh gosh, he's gonna go through he would have to go through like a private publisher, and we're talking about like not even American. What's the weirdest place we can have him be published to send to America?
Japan?
Yes.
Japan, Russia.
I know
Japan,
some
Russia,
of the
and maybe India.
India, possibly.
I know some of those manga comics can get a bit gross.
Yeah, they can be. Believe me, as a person who loves manga, when you dabble into manga and you get to those odd areas, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is about the odd areas of manga, you have to be sure you haven't treaded into hentai territory.
That depends if you want to go into hentai territory.
No, but you gotta be sure when it
That,
goes to that point of weirdness, you got to make sure you haven't crossed that line.
yeah, and there's certain types of hentai that cross a very heavy moral ground.
Exactly.
It's like there's a difference between certain types of stuff and then the dark version
You're right.
of hentai. And we're
Right.
not even talking about like
We're not
dark
talking about
stories. We're talking about morally dark.
yeah, we're talking about anything goes, anything and everything goes. So just shut up, sit back, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. It's like when you get into that territory, it's like sit back or run. Because you ain't coming out unscathed.
No.
It's like taking on a dragon. You think you're going to come out unscathed, except you're going to get burned, and that scar is going to be on your face.
Lorenzo says laugh out loud.
It'd be like Jason. This is what Jason Wynn said in the Spawn animated series. Just bend over and take it. That's what he said. Just bend over and take it.
Oh my
You see,
goodness.
stuff like that you'll never see again. They'll never redo stuff like that again.
Oh my gosh. So what you drawing, man? Or can you not show us?
Well, this
Assassin's
see,
Creed?
not quite.
Okay.
Here's
This
the
is
current
okay.
mentor of a group that I created called known as the Order.
Interesting. Did
And
you
this group
see?
has been
I'm listening.
I've seen, I said this group has been around since the 12th century. So
Cool.
yeah, it's one of those like it's like this. I took the inspiration from Assassin's Creed.
Interesting.
Oh.
You guys want to see something that I'm working on that I announced on Twitter?
Sure.
All right, let's see. It's actually the project that I'm working on with my buddy to that's gonna be in the that's gonna be a manga. It's gonna be on
Oh.
Indiegogo once I start drawing once I get done with like the second chapter. So let's see. Come on, it's almost there. Want to get that
Lore-
good picture.
Ah, not bad.
This is the main character. I'll show you a better drawing. This is Lawrence from the manga that me and my buddy are doing. Is called Engraved Priest. This is the
Interesting.
best drawing that I ever really did of him in a single pose.
Okay, let's see. Lorenzo says only Rick can control his live panel chats. I can't mod those. Laugh out loud. The panelists seem to be doing a lot of self censoring, though.
Well, well, as long as you tell everybody ahead of time that
Yeah,
you like to keep it a little, you like to keep it rated PG-13, then they may
yeah.
comply with you.
There's a lot of people that will
Most of the
comply. I
time,
mean, yeah,
most of the time they will comply with you. But if you
yeah.
don't, but if you don't say that this is a family-friendly stuff, family-friendly show,
Things
then
get
you're on your
R
own.
real quickly.
Now things get NC-17 real quickly.
Yeah,
That too.
yeah. You can't. People can't abide by rules that they don't know exist.
Exactly.
That's exactly. So when you go into Mike's stream, most people know, but it's the fact that most people will just say, "Hey, Mike will shut that stuff down."
Right.
Yeah, but Mike's fair enough. You know, you slip up every so often. Sure, okay, fine. know, but
Then you got
there
guys
does
who
come a
just go
point
in to
where he
see it.
says,
And you got guys who go in just to see how much they can get away with.
This is true. Sorry, I'm thinking about what you just said. It's like how much they can get away with. I still
Yeah.
remember Drawing Quartered on John Malin's channel.
Yeah. But then again,
yeah,
Never
John will let you
again.
get away with John will let you get away with a lot. So it's like,
Oh my god.
yeah, John's more than a PG-13.
yeah,
He's AA, adult accompaniment.
pretty much. Yeah, that's John. That's John, pretty much.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yes.
If you don't slip if you don't slip at least once on his channel, he's gonna talk about you for it.
Yep. There's also one of my favorite things was is like when we go back to the whole Doug thing. Yellow Sonia, an NC-17 drawing one.
Mm.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
like
because it wasn't in color, so you can't say exactly what it is.
that's true. Like,
True.
oh my gosh.
Mm.
You only know what it was
And-
because Doug himself told you what it's supposed to be.
yeah, but
Yep.
if you got an imagination like some of us do, then yeah.
Yep.
Mm. I know a lot of us have dirty minds.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dirty minds, but hearts of gold.
Yeah.
All right. Leave that.
Lorenzo says, I've heard Minister say more extreme stuff than anything I've heard on this show. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He says, oh, yeah, I remember watching a movie in Canada as a kid. I think AA is similar to R. No, R is above.
R
They,
is
the
17 and above.
uh,
Yep.
R usually is they will not, even with an adult with you, they won't let a kid in.
Mm.
Oh
R
my
means you
god.
might get in if you're accompanied with an adult, but NC-17, no one under 17 allowed.
This is true. So that reminds me of a story.
Uh-oh.
So one of my so in a one of the when I used to go to like public college back when I could afford stuff like that. Basically, one of the guys said when he was working at the movie theater, at the one of the local movie theaters near me, he basically stated that that he got that a mom went to see one of the 50 Shades of Grey movies, and she
Oh,
had her
gee.
little kid with her, and the and so they so his part so the other cashier that was taking her ticket order let them in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so why did you want to drag your little kid to
Just to
see
say 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah, it's like, do you not have a babysitter? Do you not have uh, uh any type of person? Could you go see a kid friendly movie? How about PG-13?
Yeah. No.
Okay, Lorenzo's asking, so AA is like PG or PG-13? No, AA is above PG or PG-13. Or they might have, I'm not sure whether they've done away with it. They used to have it anyways, here
Yeah,
in Canada.
Mm.
But it might have been that, like the NC-17.
Yeah.
On a,
The N- well, in the States, NC-17 replace the X rating.
That's true.
Replace the what?
X
The
rating.
X rating.
Oh, okay. So the R rating restricted.
No, no,
Or
no.
yeah.
The X rating usually meant it was on the pornographic side,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
thus being rated X.
Hmm. All right.
Okay, I guess with X, I was thinking triple X. or just one X for some reason.
X, triple X, X, double X, triple X, didn't matter.
Either way, you'll go blind.
Yeah, that's what they told us, but we later learned that it wasn't true.
Here, let's see. I'll find out.
Yeah, we later learned it wasn't true because we were so curious about it. We had to see it anyway, and then we was like, "Oh, police!"
Yep.
We remember being very disappointed when we discovered what it really was.
Mhm.
They didn't want me to watch this.
Oh my god. Uh, oh, This was so much. This is one of the funnest streams I've been on. Ugh, it's just a few people. Sometimes a few
Stick
people. It's
around.
all it takes.
Stick around. The later it gets, the rowdier it will get. And you have to remember today is Friday.
Oh yeah, people are gonna get hammered. Although I do not drink.
No,
Like,
okay.
those who drink are very tame. You'll learn that those who drink are very tame.
yeah,
Mhm.
they don't
Those who do
drink.
not drink, on the other
Huh?
hand, those who do not drink, on the other hand, yeah,
So does that say something about me? I mean,
well, well, hey man, I have experience in most of this stuff.
ah, see
Okay,
something.
for Canadian ratings outside of Quebec, G, general audience, PG, parental guidance, 14A, 14 accompaniment by an adult, 18A, up to, persons under 18 must be accompanied by an adult, R, restricted, and then A, adult. R, restricted, admittance restricted to people 18 or older, adult admittance to restricted to per people 18 or older. Sole purpose of the film is portrayal of sexual explicit activity.
Content. Oh, okay.
You know something?
Hmm.
Why is it here in the states that an R-rated movie is restricted to those 17 and up?
That makes yeah. Shouldn't it? It's like depending on what type of material. Shouldn't it be like rated
Yeah,
higher? I guess.
Well, they consider once you're 18 most places an adult, so
yeah.
True.
In the states, you're considered an adult at 18, but as far as Hollywood goes, you're old enough to enjoy certain things at 17.
Well, that's Hollywood for you. Hollywood is messing up big recently.
Well, but then again, Hollywood also knows that most of the people who watch certain movies are under the age of 18.
This is true. This is also true.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and the thing is, a lot of times, as soon as a movie's out on, DVD, Blu-ray, as soon as it's in somebody's house, it's easy to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fortunately or unfortunately.
Yeah, depending on your stance on the movie itself.
True. Very true. Let's see. Not exactly what I wanted. I can redraw the bottom part. It's like wanted it more square or bulky, so I'll probably do that. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. No, that's not it. That's not it. Almost there. There we go. Let's see. It's kind of like that. Let's see. I can redraw that part really quickly. It's like, yeah, I'll do that. I mean, I don't mind that he's that tall. I just want him shorter.
Well,
Have a bit more of a stocky build instead of like a taller build. What do you think? Either of
mm,
you? I mean, he's kind of, I've already started racing, but
well,
he's kind of overly tall, in my opinion.
how old is he?
I don't know. I think he was around his early, it's like early 20s, late teens.
Late teens, early 20s. So let's say he'd be around 5'6", 5'7".
Around that height. I mean, I have a
Yeah.
story from I figured it out. I've been figuring it out. I just some the way that it gets to this is what makes it interesting.
Oh, you got to remember that also that some of his body parts are cybernetic, so those parts may make him taller.
That's true.
So
So I can, yeah, I know what to do. I know how to make him slightly stockier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. Lorenzo says, I thought the movie I saw in Ontario as a kid was adult accompaniment, but not all that extreme. That was many years ago. Yeah, the ratings have changed a little, and even when I was a little bit younger, they seem to fluctuate. I've seen movies that I saw thought weren't shouldn't have been rated what they were. I remember there was a movie, I think it was called Ransom. Forget who it starred, and it was rated R here, and a friend of mine's sister wanted to go see it, but she couldn't see it because it was restricted.
Hmm.
So it was like, but it
Yeah,
wasn't just because it had
Ransom,
the subject matter dealt
here
with.
it was, I think Ransom was rated PG, not PG
Well,
13, but PG.
so what's the movie about? When did it come out?
In
Oh,
the '90s, I think,
this
or
I
came
was
out
early
probably too
thousands.
young.
this came out in the mid '90s.
Yeah, I was really young. I'm 30, so
Yeah. And that's for what it was about. It was about a guy. His daughter was
Daughter
kidnapped,
was
I believe.
kidnapped. Yeah, his daughter was kidnapped, and he was trying to get her back.
huh.
Yeah, it was one of those
Yeah,
movies that Mel Gibson really put his all into.
Oh no, Gibson was into it. Okay.
yeah, I thought it might have been him. And
Yeah.
then there was another movie that was, as far as I was concerned, I forget what movie was worse, and it should have even had the R word,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like crazy in my opinion. But what can you do? Yeah, let's see, Wikipedia. Yeah, I was just on the Wikipedia site. Wikipedia says that an Ontario adult complimentary film is a film restricted to persons 14 of age or older, or yeah. But there's also the 18 one as well, right underneath there, Lorenzo. So, and that's what it is now too. What it was years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Makes sense.
Or PG 18. depending on which one you want to go with for those, since there are the
Mm,
two of them. Or I guess that's your NC-17.
mm, yeah.
Almost there. I remember. Yeah, that's gonna be the best I can do right now. So I'll definitely upgrade. I'll definitely do some upgrading today when I draw you on my normal video. Let's see. So, what do you do? Geek. It's like Mighty Geek. So, what do you do
Yeah.
for what's your goal for? Do you making a comic or manga or whatever?
Well, I'm making a comic. I've actually
Nice,
made several. I've actually made several.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Seven of which I did in 24 hours.
Dang.
24
Were you on a
pages and
schedule?
24. No, it was part of a 24-hour comic book day challenge. Well, you have to do
Whoa,
20, you have to do a 24-page comic in 24 hours.
that's
The first two times I did that, I didn't make it.
that's a 2 weeks worth of work.
Yeah. The
I mean,
third time I did it. Oh, this is all about time management though.
uh, nobody's like Rohan from JoJo's
No.
Bizarre Adventure Part 4. I mean, that guy. I mean, he's a fictional character, so he can do 19 pages in like an hour.
Yeah.
So he's a fictional character.
It's called super speed, Superman speed. Or flash
Oh,
speed.
yeah. We're talking flash time, witch time, however you want to do it. Mhm.
No, this is Rohan. This is a JoJo character, so they have really. It's not even like his power. It's like his natural skill. It's so weird.
Oh.
It's like he
Oh,
can draw 19 pages within like an hour. And it's all of a sudden it's like his whole week is done because he works with Show and Jump in the series, and it's like so it's a Show and Jump
okay.
character and it's shown that works
Do-
for Shonen
Doing
Jump.
a Shonen Jump
That's
book.
that's a side character. Okay.
Yeah, he spends his spare time drawing Shonen Jump books.
Yep. It's like he's not even the main focus. He's just a side character that literally and he basically one of his powers is he does have a power, but it's not to draw manga. It's it's his power to make people look at his pages, hypnotize them, and then look through their life span,
Mm, yeah.
and he just like, oh, this is interesting. I'll just use this that happened in your past as a story arc.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
That sounds like something I have for my characters. Well, he doesn't have a power, but I have this one character called Crime Buster. He's like a
Yeah.
comic book writer, and get the scoop on the heroes. He ends up making himself into a superhero, but he's a fumbling, bumbling superhero
Oh, okay.
Ah,
because he has no powers. He's using stupid stuff like
He's using
he
every
a squirt gun or something like that. That
yeah, he's using
shoots
every gimmick he
acid
can
or
come
something
up
like
with.
a
that.
squirt gun.
Yeah,
Not
he's
quite
one
a
of those
squirt
gimmick
gun.
characters.
Yeah, I just made him
We've
to be
all,
a joke.
yeah, that's what I say. He's one of those gimmick characters, and we've all made them.
Yep.
And those are the ones that are fun to make.
Anytime
Oh
we
yeah.
anytime we beat the villain, it's like by pure accident.
So it's like Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
And the guy's name happened to be Buster. He's like he gets asked by another hero, what's his name? My name's Buster. I mean Crime Buster. He didn't come up with a code name ahead of time, so.
Right.
It's like, my name's Buster, Crime Buster. Are you okay, dude?
Trusty says, Rick, that was an episode of Smallville called Stiletto. Lois pretended to be a superhero to get an interview with the red blue blur.
Oh yeah.
ERT. Yeah,
Oh, I remember that.
except I
I
created.
remember that.
Yeah, same here. I created Crime Buster before her, or before that happened, and she's an actual journalist where he's just a comic book art writer trying to get a story. He figured
Yeah.
he can get more sales by, making comic books of these new heroes that have appeared on the scene. You know,
Well, he came. He tried.
I don't
Yeah.
know how successful he is in that. Like I said, he's
Well,
trying to get in on the secret identities and stuff like that. No problem,
if he keep,
Trusty.
if he keeps going the way he's going, he might get it.
Yep.
Yeah. But probably by the time he gets, a secret identity, he's gonna, realize, okay, I can't exactly share this. So,
Mm.
because he has some scruples,
Yeah.
Definitely.
because there's no way the first time out somebody just meeting him was gonna give him their info.
Nah.
Yeah, that's just creep. It's like, can I get your info? I'm gonna call the cops. It's like, but they're superheroes, so they'll probably be like, I'm just gonna speed away or fly away.
Yeah. Unless he has the ability to change into a child, then he might get the goods on everybody.
Shazam style?
Not necessarily.
Nope, he
Not
has
necessarily.
no abilities whatsoever. Actually, here I should bring up his bio. I think I have.
I was thinking more like Mystique when she who has the ability to change into anyone she sees.
Oh, her.
Yeah,
She was. It's like she was the. She's mostly in her birthday suit in those movies,
I know.
just painted blue.
I know.
With a couple unique pasties on.
Yeah.
Not even nighttime or over. It's like it's getting wee. It's getting into that.
Well,
I don't mind.
it's after 12 p.m. So
Wait, where the heck are you? Because
dude,
it's morning here.
I'm in Chicago, Illinois.
Ah, I'm in California, Southern California.
Mm.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Lorenzo's just saying really good, uh, good drawing of Diagro. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. It's been a while since I've watched Farscape, and he's saying Farscape was a fun show, not preachy. Yeah,
Yeah,
and can be a bit risque at times too.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That popped. Let's see. Still gotta work on this. Let's see. Hmm. But yeah, I'll be drawing this guy. So if either of you guys and anybody else wants to try to give a name for this one, Just type in the chat on my video when I put it up, because that's where the naming thing's gonna go.
All right.
Okay. I think his name is pronounced Ka Dargo. Yeah. I know his first sounds spelled Ka. So
Ah,
okay. Anyways, for Crime Buster. His real name is
Mm.
Alex Buster, but here Alex has a great knowledge of journalism and comic books, which is really
Mm.
no, which is really no help at all, except to usually get some villain even madder at him. As crime as Crime Buster, he has a wide variety of non-lethal weapons in his arsenal. First of which is one of the most powerful water guns to date that can be filled with a variety of liquids. In other words, he doesn't usually use water in it. um,
So he's
another,
using. So he's not using acid of any kind.
yeah, or not non too lethal acid. Anyways, if he does put acid, something that might
Mm.
sting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another is a ping pong ball shooter with the ping pong balls filled with various liquids and chemicals. A sponge ball grenades filled with water. To get around, he's designed his own rollerblades. He also has glue grenades. Crime Buster has absolutely no hand-to-hand combat skills and no defensive
Oh,
skills
I got
either.
a perfect name for him now.
Pardon?
Yep. I got a perfect name for him. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Nerf Man.
this guy?
No, no, he's saying my guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Rick's character.
Oh, Nerf Man.
Just because
You
of
know, if
all
you pump
those.
those hard enough, they can do damage.
Yeah.
It's like giving him a nice welt.
He's armed with a variety of Nerf guns and super soakers.
That is a kid. That is a boy's dream come true.
It
That's a
is.
little boy's dreams come true. If you market that, Cross Comics, if you market that,
If you
you
market
will
that
make money.
record, you will.
You
Yeah,
will make money. That is literally like the next version of Kids Next Door.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Dude,
created
I
this guy
suggest
like,
you take that and market it.
You should.
yeah. Oh,
That
of
is
course. What?
genius.
Mhm. Like I said, naming a character is easy once I hear a lot of the things that he does. So that's a big man.
Be right back. Got to get the extension cord to plug in
Yeah.
my charger.
Like,
Hold on. Let's see. And here is a bit of his look, if you guys can see. He's got some sort of mic.
wow. The rollerblades work. I like the rollerblades, Rick. Oh yeah. Mm. Skater by day, vigilante by night.
I thought you guys might like that. Yeah, I had to create a comic relief character,
I'm back.
Oh,
how
you
do you
missed it.
Yes. What?
how do you create a comic
I,
relief character? That's easy.
I showed what he looked
Nerf
like.
man. He showed me what Nerf man looks
Crime
like.
Buster.
Okay. You gotta show it again.
I'm gonna call him Nerf Man.
Well, see, I probably can't call him Nerf Man, otherwise I might get in trouble.
I
Yeah,
know.
there's
Dude,
gotta be something you can come up with.
I
Well,
create
like I
that
said, he's Crime Buster, you know?
Then call him Crime
I
Buster.
just,
Yeah, well, that's what I am calling him.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm
His
just
last,
saying, dude, sell that. If you sell that to Nerf, they will take that and use and run with it.
Oh yeah. It's like, but I don't know if Super Soaker and Nerf are owned by the same company. Are they?
I don't know. I don't know. You just have to look. You just have to look it up to see because
That's true. I'll have to look it up.
because if they
Cause,
are, man, you got it right there.
dude, that's a gold mine. That's a gold mine right there. You
That
could
is
literally get kids into this, and kids still play with Nerf guns and Super Soakers.
yeah.
exactly. You,
So, okay, you
you
see the screen there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
There's,
yeah. There we go. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Dude, the rollerblades are a nice touch.
Oh my gosh, that's like 90s central. I love it.
well, that's probably when I came up with the character in the 90s, but, even if I put regular skates on, I had to.
Mhm.
I thought I was just trying to think of a way that he could get around fast without running. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rollerblades. Hey,
Yeah,
rollerblades
I,
work.
I should I should put something like he's an expert rollerblader in his
Yeah.
uh
Yeah, it's make them like all those 90s characters that were like just good at that were just good at like one particular thing. Like the
Yeah.
guy who like Zach from Lego Builders or whatever it was back in those
Yeah.
days.
Oh yeah.
You you always had those type of guys to promote the stuff. But if you create
Mm,
this comic and you're in Nerf, if the company from Nerf and Super Soaker contacts you and they're like, "Hey, can you?" It's like we would like to use this guy as promotion and or whatnot. It's like make a deal with them that you get to make comics with the character, but they
yeah.
get to use it as advertisement.
yeah.
Right.
Make
Well,
that deal.
he
Like
is
that.
he is actually introduced in my first year and a half of comics. His first appearance is Electide #5. So, um, like I said, he won't have his own comic book at first. I'm not sure what I'm
Right.
doing with him other than that. He's going to end up appearing in a whole lot of different comic books, hopefully eventually.
All right.
Because like I said,
Okay.
he's out there to try and get the information off these guys, to become a better comic book writer or something like that. Let's see. Uh, from the time Alex was a little kid, he was into comic books. He collected all the Merge comics titles that he could. That's Merge is the comic book realm that I put in my comics, and
Okay.
it's basically all DC and Marvel characters merged together. It's merged.
Okay.
Ah, so like that one time when they actually did that.
Yeah.
You mean the amalgam line?
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is my own version of the amalgam line,
Yeah.
and like I said, most of my heroes are Christians, so that's also part of this. Okay, anyways, titles, and always tried to find back issues he didn't have. Sometime later in his early years, Alex found Christ as his Lord and Savior. He developed a skill for writing, so as soon as he could he applied to Merge Comics for a job as a writer. Lo and behold, he got the job writing one of the lower end titles.
Yeah.
Not
So like Captain Marvel.
pardon?
You said lower end, and I said Captain Marvel.
Right one of
Yeah,
those
well, it wouldn't be Captain Marvel in this case. I'm not sure what it would be. If maybe, maybe
Ms. Marvel, Squirrel Girl.
no. You just can't throw out Marvel title characters. It'd be like uh, what is it? Hawk Cloak and Dove Dagger.
Mm.
In other words, Hawk and Dove merge with Cloak and
Yeah.
Dagger.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
I'm just throwing out, lower end, or
Yeah.
no problem.
No problem.
uh, um, lower end type. Not long after he met and fell in love with the woman who's now his wife, after he'd been with Merge
That guy
Comics.
got married?
Got
Yeah.
married. He's doing something right. That's all I'm gonna
He
say. He's
must
doing
be.
something right.
hey, hey, lots of comic book writers are married, right? So why not?
That's
Yeah,
true.
but when they first started out, they're considered nerd geeks and nerds. No one will come within 10 miles of them.
Yeah.
And he's not working on a major book either.
I don't mind that he's married. I'm just like, this guy who runs around with Nerf guns and soakers, super soakers,
Yeah.
is married.
Yeah, well this you gotta remember this is before he does that.
Okay,
That okay? That
okay,
that makes sense. Now you're
that
making it
makes sense.
more interesting.
That makes a little
Uh,
more sense. So,
after he had been with Merge Comics for a few years, suddenly live comic book heroes began to appear on the scene, though they were none of the heroes that had been ever been in a comic book. Wanting to rise in the ranks at Merge Comics and write the bigger name comics, Alex gets the bright idea of wanting to get close enough to the heroes to get information that might be useful in writing bigger and better name
I
comics.
stumbled across the real life superhero project. Basically, that's what he did. He stumbled onto the real life superhero project.
Okay, I'm not sure what but to get closer enough to the heroes to get information that might be useful in writing bigger and better named books in comics. To the, to this to do this, he designs himself a costume, takes a name, and heads off to tackle his first unsuspecting hero. In the midst of the battle, he fumbles the name he had chosen and ends up calling himself Crime Buster. And due to no skill at all, he defeats his first bad guy.
He got lucky.
Sometimes fumbling gets your opponents off balance.
Yeah,
It's like, wait, what the?
exactly. Who is? And now every bad guy in town is like, who is this guy?
It's like Saitama, but without the strength.
Exactly.
It's
And
like
we all
everybody
know
just
that
like you're a
Saitama gets
hero for.
and we all know that Saitama gets very upset after each fight because
Yeah.
it is because
Uh,
the fight ended so quickly.
yeah, I just thought it was a kooky idea. I thought it's something somebody might do, as a
Yeah,
writer or whatever.
Dude,
it's
that's
You
a
know,
your
cookie idea,
story
but it
is
works.
gold if you can market
It's
it. And
gold.
if you can't market it, you
You
are
market it
golden.
right. You market it right, it's gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, depending on how well that comic book sells and whatever comes back, for information, about it, maybe he'll eventually get his own book, and at that
Maybe.
point, his own book is going around, try every issue will be a guest star of some
Mhm.
hero from my universe. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he ends up helping them defeat the bad guy, bungling it.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
And not only you have just created a real life terror that flaps in the night.
Yep. The good old days of '90s. Where did they
Yeah,
go?
I know. This guy, I would put in the same category as Inspector Gadget,
Yeah.
and
Well,
we
you might.
all and we all know
Well,
Inspector Gadget did none of the legwork.
That's
well,
true. It's all
he
his little niece.
he might be a step up from Inspector Gadget, but yeah.
So he's like So he's like Inspector Gadget mixed with Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Well, and the
Ooh,
only reason I say this is because the guy himself does have a clue. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He doesn't really know what he's doing as a superhero, but he's got some intelligence and all that. He knows what's going
yeah.
on around him. Unlike
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget.
Who spends most of the episode chasing Brain?
Yeah. You can't you
Who is
can't tell
who is
you
a
can't
master of
tell
disguise?
you can't tell that's a dog in a dress, Inspector Gadget.
My gosh,
Exactly.
we put $20 million into this, man. You can't even tell from a dog from an apple.
Shoot. The dog gets called a mad age in every episode.
Yeah, and there you can't tell
Brain,
it's a
dressing like a
the same.
crossdresser since 1989.
You
No,
can't.
since about 87.
Oh my gosh!
Brain has been cross dressing since 87.
My God.
But is it cross dressing when it's a dog?
Yes, because it's like boy, dog, and it doesn't matter. It would have been the same if it was a girl. It dresses a dude.
But the disguises are so good that it fools the inspector.
I know, right?
So we know who has we know how the dog got its name.
Yeah. It makes me want. It's like it makes me wonder if Inspector Gadget is that stupid. How is Claw stupider
Exactly.
to be outwitted by a cross-dressing dog and a genius niece?
Yeah, well, they're smarter than Inspector
He gets
Gadget,
outvoted
so
by a cross-dressing dog and a genius 10-year-old.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's one of the. This is
And
so
this
good.
cross-dressing dog always saves Gadget's life. The 10-year-old
Oh
solves the case. The dog saves Gadget's life.
yeah.
Inspector Gadget. Well, it's supposed to. My mom always says it's supposed to be based on what was it? Get Smart,
That would make
That
sense.
would make
because
sense, but Maxwell Smart was a little smarter than Inspector Gadget.
yeah, but she said, and it might probably true. The same guy that did Maxwell Smart, he did the voice for Inspector Gadget.
Don Adams, yeah, he
Ah,
did. Don Adams did do the voice of Inspector Gadget.
So there is a bit of a crossover there.
Yeah,
And he was a bit of a bumbling buffoon too. So
yeah.
there's my really the what's his name, my crime buster. It's Agent Don Adams character, Smart, Maxwell Smart,
Yeah, Maxwell Smart.
Maxwell Smart of the comic book universe.
ah. Oh my gosh.
Just be careful that your shoe doesn't start ringing.
It's like
You might be a shoe in
shoe
then.
phone.
Maxwell Smart had a shoe phone.
Like I
You
said, you
think
might be
that?
a shoe in. Might be a shoe in then.
Hey,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
oh, man, I almost missed that one.
I can show you where every pun is.
All right. That
Oh.
was a good warm up. Now let's see. I can draw right here too.
So I am done, as people can tell. I'm not going to color him in. I like him the way he is. Color might ruin him.
Yeah, I would leave him black
Uh,
and white until like you have an actual, till you actually know what you want to color him in because he looks really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably just scan him in and to my computer at some point, and then digitally color him at some point.
Nice.
So you want to show for yourself there, Elric? Tell people where they can find you.
All right. I'm Elric Huga. I'm at Elric Huga on YouTube, and you can find me at Elric Huga on Twitter with the same exact spelling for both my channel and Twitter.
You want to show for yourself there, Mighty Geek?
Well, you can find me. You can find me on YouTube under Mighty Geek Studios. You can find me at Twitter at Mighty Geek 21.
Okay. Okay, and I am Rick Piper. You can find me here Monday through Friday doing a live drawing of some character from a variety of different things: DC, Marvel, anime, my own cross comics, and of course, maybe some sort of sci-fi series. And hopefully tomorrow night we'll have somebody we will be talking with. We have two people have contacted, have yet to get back to me. So I may be trying to get Gary Shipman. I don't know whether he will agree or not, but we'll see.
Hey,
And keep a watch out for a bunch of other videos coming up. Anyways, because yeah, I'm putting out a whole bunch of videos throughout the day now. And I think that's about it for now. So we will see you all later. Have a great and wonderful day. God bless. And I need to get my yeah, there's my
adios.